homies chat. The podcast THC. Two homies chat. Can you let me ask you something? Just two homies chat. All right, we're in now, kid. Oh, dude, how do I sound? Do I sound all right to you? Do I sound too
good?
Loud?
The volume's good, I think. I think so.
That's awesome.
I think we're good. I think we're in.
That's awesome.
I
love
this,
that, dude.
I got recording in progress. Just
recording in progress. Dude, it's been a while since I've heard those words. Well, no, not really. I mean, kind of, sort of.
Well, I did it while you were in the and then so you're not going to hear it this time. So, sorry.
Well, I had the Bluetooth, and so I heard it while I was peeing.
Nice.
Like recording in progress.
How did that make you feel specifically while you were peeing? Did you have any immediate response to that? I probably would have been like, I'm peeing, don't record.
I feel like
private thing.
I was excited, like in the sense of like, the show's happening, and then my body naturally released everything faster because of that excitement. And then, the washing of the hands had to happen, all that stuff. But,
well, thanks for washing your hands. I do appreciate that.
In this climate, you got to. You can't, not wash. You go to that bathroom right now, in 2023, if you go into a public restroom and there are people there, not even if there's nobody there, and you ain't washing your hands, you're an animal. All right.
Well, I agree, but allow me to ask a follow-up question, please.
Okay.
What if in said bathroom there's no door and everything is automatic and you don't touch a single thing except your belt and maybe your balls? Do you still have to wash your hands?
Okay, hold on. Let me ask you. Let me follow up to the follow-up.
Please.
Do you have hand sandy in the...
Yeah, on the way out, you can hit it with some sanitizer.
I think that's absolutely fine. Yeah. I always got a couple little sprays. I think it's fine. Right?
Like it's...
I had this buddy growing up who... I remember one time I watched him and he didn't wash his hands. And I was like, bro, what are you doing? You got to wash your hands. He was like, Trace, is my dick dirty? And I was like, what? He's like, do I have a dirty dick? And I was like, I have no idea. And he was like, if my dick's clean, why do I need to wash my hands? I thought that was fine. I feel like washing the hands, back in the day was more like, you poop, you definitely got to wash because you don't know what's happening. Right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, if you're getting down and dirty, touching toilet paper, sitting down, touching seats, maybe wiping things off.
All that.
Definitely. No question.
Yeah.
That's not a hands-free experience. But like some Mavericks out here, it's like they do the S-curve bathroom entrance. So you feel like it's closed, but it's not. It's just you don't touch anything. And you step up to the urinal. And like I've been doing it for a long time. I don't touch very many things to go to the bathroom. It's just like a belt of button, and you pull it down, and then you go, and then you zip, and then you hit the sanitizer, and it's like I'd feel like I need to wash my hands after washing my hands sometimes. I don't know. I always wash my hands anyways because it's gross, and it's a good opportunity to wash your hands, but. I just wondered, like, if you don't touch anything and your dick isn't dirty, then I think you're good to go on that. You get a pass, I think. It's what we landed on.
The expression that you're giving me is like, does a bear shit in the woods type of deal, Like,
if he does he have to wash his hands?
I mean, shit, the motherfucker's rocking Charmin. You know what I'm saying? And like every time I've seen a bear shit and wipe their ass, they always by a river, so it's like they get a natural bidet. You better hope there's some watershed acts on there, so that you can limit the amount of bear shit in your stream. You catch my drift?
I do. I do.
Because let me tell you something. I don't care who you are. You'd enjoy a bidet, that fresh natural river experience going right through you, clean you out. Whoo, ready for new life, Ken. Like this podcast, it's ready for new life. We're back, everybody. Two homies chatting. Part two. Part two.
I like it. I like it. It's good to be back. It's been a minute, but we just gonna pick up like we just were there a second ago, just like we do.
That's right.
So, what's up?
I mean, yeah, it's just me and you doing our thing, doing
Right.
what we did. But I did get asked the other day too. It's like I was trying to talk to a dude about golf, and he was like, "Yo, bro, when's the next episode coming out?
Oh
I
shit.
need to know." Alex is like, "I got to know. Tell me."
Is it still a thing?
And I told
that's
him,
what
I
my
was
wife
like,
asked
"Bro,
me. She's like, "Is this still
rumor
even a
has
thing?"
it." Yeah. That's what Denver goes. What's the name of this podcast?
It's a new one. All new.
It's a new one.
No, I mean, there's still uno dos homies chatting, so that
Yeah,
would be
that's
the good
right.
spinoff. Dos homies chatting,
Dos homies, dos
or that could
hombres.
be a good solid return rebrand. Dos homies chatting. Dos hombres.
Dos hombres.
Hombres. Google.
We'll figure that out. Yeah. But one thing that we still do that I think all our listeners have always enjoyed, shout out to all the listeners. I hope you got really excited when you see this notification on your phone that like, oh, Two Homies Chatting released a new episode. Episode some number or other. I don't even know right now. Honestly, there's been some prior records that didn't make a lot of, but I digress. But we like to sit bevies on this show.
We do.
And Kenny, you asked me, like, we got on, you were like, "Hey, bro, you still drinking on this? You still got some bevs?"
Yeah, I didn't know.
Like,
Is it a thing?
You know it. That's how I do. I gotta do it for you.
You know the name of this podcast is
Dos amigos charlando.
Dos amigos charlando.
What are you drinking tonight,
dude? You go first. You go first, and I'll go. I'll peek through here and see where I'm at.
Don't peek too early. Oh man, this is the story of my life. Lost the lighter, can't find it.
Do you know? Do you ever like do that? Like, is that like? There's like a sequence of words that get said in a row, and like somebody will be like, "This is," and I'll be like, "The story of a girl." He's popping bottles tonight.
I do. It's just such a favorite, and I know you enjoy it as well. And we'll get into your island trip, I hope, or you said it was on the roster, but heavy feature Kona Big Wave.
That's great.
It's a big wave for surfing, right? Obviously, that's kind of the thing, big wave. But I'm gonna tell you what it reminds me of while I sip into this beer. Reminds me of the homie Tyler Whittison. Remember how he used to give you the big wave when he saw you from far away? That's what I think of when I drink. That's my kind of big wave. From way far away. Big hand, wave in from far away. A lot of action left to right. 4 or 5 foot back and forth range on the wave. That's what I'm talking about. That's my Kona big wave. That's how I big wave.
That's how he big waves. I love that. I love that I like that Lincoln label, bro. Shout out to Whittison. Oh, that guy is some good times, man. Hope you're doing well. If you're listening to the show, hope you.
We gotta get him on. I want to talk to him about how technology has changed how he does his job in the sports of volleyball.
I bet.
Be an interesting topic for later. We'll get our guy on that.
All right, Ken. So I made a small adjustment. All right, and nothing crazy. And I'm just all right.
I hope you washed your hands after you adjusted.
I did. Good. Well, maybe not. I mean, what are we doing? Am I doing a pinch and roll? Is that the kind of adjustment I'm into? You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's the one.
Everybody knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
all
that's
right.
the one.
Not everybody. 50% of the world knows what I'm talking about. All right. A little pinch and roll. A little,
think
But
the other
Ken,
50
I'm
can figure it out.
they're now asking, what's a pinch and roll?
Sure, they pinch and roll as well.
So I wonder what the equivalent is, but yeah, I'm sure something
It's
similar.
probably a pinch and pull. That'd be my
Pinch
guess.
and pull.
Just a guess. I don't know. We'll have to take to the fans for that one. What do you got?
All right, dude. So I did a little pivot tonight just because, as we were talking about redoing this, I have been a little bit starting out my month in a sobriety thing. Okay. So
All right.
but I did go down a little avenue for this because I like to consume things, and my sobriety piece is more alcoholic and non-inhaling. And so I got this 25 milligram CBD drink that I'm going to drink tonight. Little wild blackberry seltzer, sparkling water. But I got a few of these, and so I hope everybody's going to enjoy the ride, because by the time we're done, I'm going to be a few hundred milligrams.
I don't know. You're just probably going to be good. Who makes that? What's the
This is Wild CBD.
Wild? How do you spell
that? WYLD, little antlers there.
Antlers.
In Clackamas, Oregon, right? Everything I'm drinking tonight is local. And yeah, dude, we're gonna give this a run. These things have been pretty fun. I liked having a little CBD beverage before going on a golf course.
I like that.
So it's
good. It's good for swelling. Good for pain management, similar to an acetaminophen. Might as well just drink it. I like that. I like your pivot. I think that's great. OHIO.
Oh, baby. Oh, okay. Let's talk about pivot. We're gonna just pivot quick.
We have to. We're in. Let's go.
Hit the E brake.
You're driving.
One sip. All right, dude. You threw out the OH, and I want listeners to know I'm a homer. All right, I'm a homer. Okay, good. I have a dog in the fight. All right, but we got to talk about this Michigan sign stealing situation that has evolved over the past few weeks.
Please.
And the more it evolves, the more I'm like, what the fuck? And how does this even happen?
Right.
All right.
Right. So I've heard a couple of things, but I don't know very much. So please tell me what you know.
Let me ask you a couple questions then.
Okay.
So you said you're familiar with it. Are you familiar with Connor Stallions?
This is the kid on but not on, or recently resigned from Michigan's staff.
Recently fired from Michigan staff.
Released. I think released was the word they used.
Yeah, he's a former military dude.
I think he walked. Oh, really? So he's got training.
Former military guy.
Training.
I think he's 7 years in the military. Starts this little thing back during the COVID times, the 2020, right? And this is the craziest shit, dude. So now what you have is this guy has created this ruse, this buying tickets to games Michigan's not even at, recording the sidelines directly.
Yep.
Now, as this has evolved, right, you have video of him standing next to offensive coordinators, defensive coordinators, and Jim Harbaugh, all looking at signs from the other sidelines during games and teams. You have video of him somehow, I think the most recent one was he was dressed as a Central Michigan University coach.
I looked at those.
Wearing sunglasses at a night game. Right. Don't be suspicious. But anyway, as this has evolved, right, I thought the most glaring stat, right, so this kitty is the one that blew my mind. I want to just my last little soapbox piece of it before I want you to kind of pick apart at this. All right. Jim Harbaugh was 49-22 with a 34-16 record in the Big Ten before this cheating scandal was implemented. Okay. Since implementation in 2021, he's 33-3.
Okay. So sign stealing, right? This is recent. Didn't somebody just get in trouble in baseball for this?
Yeah, the Houston Astros were sign stealing, right? They
Right.
were
So
having
similar to
people
this,
like make sounds.
so in college football, they don't have microphones. They can't talk into the quarterback's helmet like they do in the NFL, right? That's still illegal.
Correct.
They
No
need to legalize that.
technology.
They need to put technology in the helmet, and that solves all of this.
That's been a big conversation
Is it
piece.
good?
Yeah,
Good.
big conversation piece.
So this guy is basically taking those signs, and you see him on the sidelines with the signs, right? So they have like 3 or 4 kids on staff that hold up like signs, and there's like a taco in one and like brown burgundy in another corner, and the combinations mean different plays essentially, right?
Yeah.
And so he's filming the game, because typically when you get game film, it's from the other angle. Gamesmanship, they don't show that, right? So he's filming that, and then sitting on the sideline, they hold up the signs. He knows it because he's a football analyst. In case you're not watching on Peacock, you can't see my air quotes around that. That's his position title. That's
shout out to Peacock who came back.
Dos amigos charlando. There's footage of him like leaning into one of the defensive coordinator offense, one of the coordinators,
dude,
and like before every play, and then he sends the call in, and then they dominate. So it's like this looks pretty bad, doesn't it, for this guy?
Dude, it's pretty nuts. And my favorite is that he just came out saying Jim Harbaugh knew nothing of the sign stealing scandal, except
none of the coaches.
The video. There's the video of him knowing the sign and Jim Harbaugh taking off his headset to hear the sign being called.
Right.
Like, you're like, dude, it makes me think of Northwestern and Pat Fitzgerald, right? Pat Fitzgerald gets fired because his kids were hazing. He's like, I didn't know about it. And it's like, no, you know about everything. These coaches know everything with their pro. They're narcissists. They got egos. So they know everything.
I heard some people talking about that he kind of wasn't on staff, started doing it, showed worth right away, and then was added to staff. Have you heard any of that? I can't confirm that. I just heard one of the shows talking about that. I thought that might be an interesting twist. He released a statement earlier on November 3rd. He says, it quotes here, Connor also wants to make it clear that, to his knowledge, neither Coach Harbaugh nor any other coach or staff member told anyone to break any rules or were aware of any improper conduct regarding recent allegations of advanced scouting. So I think that's a hint at their play here.
Yeah.
Does it say
Let's
in
get
the
rid
rule
of
book?
him.
Does it say in the rule book that you can't go to opponents' games and take pictures of their signs and get them that way? Does it say that somewhere? Because they might have a case if it doesn't. I'm not saying I approve of it, but
and I'm not sure. I know something about. Okay, this is like, I can't remember what it is, but something breaks the rules. But I'm not sure if it's as much as like, because sign stealing is natural, right? Like, I think that's like a piece of the conversation that's like a part of it, right? Like we played a sport where signs are thrown out literally in the air.
I wanted to bring that up about
open,
this,
right?
There's some some sports like that you know what they're gonna do.
You know what we're doing, right? Like, it's a sign, right? Like, and to Deion Sanders, Sir Coach Prime, you know, you can know the play, but you got to go out and stop it, right? You can know a curveball's coming, but you got to hit it. Like, all of those things come into play, right? It just helps knowing what is going to come before it. Like, it's like
It's
I'm going
definitely an
into a haunted
advantage.
house. I know I'm going to get scared, so I'm going to be scared. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like it's
Right.
right. It's just an advantage. So like, I think it's just so. I don't know, dude. This is like coming from our sport, like a volley, or like you know it, right? Like it's a matter of how good is
Right.
Ken to disguise his play calling
Right.
once it's there, right? Or like how the play evolves, right?
Like
Like
there's a little bit of secrecy. So for example, like we played volleyball, played a little bit in college, a lot of bit in backyards and beach sands wherever we could find it. And there's some kind of like you could be like, hey, you go over here and hit it at this tempo, and then somebody behind you at this tempo hidden back here that's different. Typically it's like you just set the guy outside or in the middle or behind you. Like that's pretty much
yeah,
volleyball attacking, but you could do some other things and you would try to like mask them or like have a situation where you ran them and would hope that it would surprise your opponent, right?
mm-hmm.
But if like there's a definite advantage in a game like football to know like what the other team is going to do, especially if they don't know what you're going to do.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's interesting, dude. I think it brings up the argument that like one, why are college football guys not using technology? Like you're
Right, they
using it in
should
high
that should be
school
changed. Right, it
and
should
you're
almost be
using it
changed
in the NFL.
immediately. Right,
Yeah, like
at
so you're
least by
telling me
next
high
year.
school kids are more advanced
Right.
with that than college? Like it's kind of weird. Like some of
Yeah.
the like,
You want to spend all the money on conference realignment and all this other silly things and
bro,
12
we can
team,
go down
14 playoffs and all that other stuff that they work on in those offices or whatever they do for the money that they get paid for. We should
here's
be looking into these kinds of things because that eliminates anything like this, right?
yeah, dude, it's pretty interesting. And you know what? Speaking of you know what you talk about schools leaving conferences. Listen up, you Pac-12 monsters. All right, you don't get to have your cake and eat it too. You don't get to leave the conference and then take the money the conference has gained. The schools that stay in the conference
Yeah,
get the
get
money.
the
So
money,
take
not
your
us.
lawsuits, shove it up your ass. All right,
Yeah,
because if you stayed and right now the Pac-12 is the Pac-2, well, that people are holding it down keep that revenue. It's Pac 12 revenue. It's not schools that want to ditch and go double dip into the piggy bank and get all that Pac 12 money and that Big 10 or Big 12 money wherever you're going. So,
Spygate. I don't know if you wanted to have that brought up at all, but
I will, because
I think it's
this,
related to this, isn't it?
you're right. Similar. Okay. Now, I will say, hey, Pats fan, right?
Right, Pats fan. I'm not
Spygate, right?
Spygate.
Here's the big difference, right? There's a small margin of difference here, right? Were both teams filming sidelines? Yes. Okay. Were they filming the sidelines of games that they were playing in? Yes. Okay. Were they filming sideline? Actually, I don't even think. I think only the New England Patriots were. I'm pretty sure all the filming of the sidelines that have happened are games that the opponents are playing other opponents at Michigan. That's the difference.
That's the difference. It's game
The
situations.
difference is like they're paying people to go to games and they're buying game tickets to go see Michigan State play Purdue and Ohio State play Rutgers, and then they're recording both sidelines at these games, and they have nothing to do with Michigan. First, the idea of like, oh, we're recording your shit on the sideline of the game that we're playing in, like it's like Pats Jets, and honestly. Eric Mangini's the one that fucking blew the whistle, and if he would have shut his mouth, he'd probably still be coaching in the fucking NFL. But instead, you were a little whistleblower, bro. You tried to be, you tried to be something you're not. And guess what? Look how that's panned out.
So I've got an interesting thing here that might be fun.
Yeah.
It's from 2013. I cannot verify the validity of this in any way other than Googling it, and this came up. But here's the headline. The NCAA will ban coaches from scouting future opponents at most live games in all sports. legislation originally passed in January fell short of being overridden this week by full membership through a majority of eligible Division I schools that cast votes. 154 of 279 elected to eliminate the ban on live scouting, which this is essentially. It takes 62.5% to override the measure. So it almost got overridden and it's passed, but it is illegal to have somebody on staff attend and scout a future opponent's live game. That is technically illegal. So I brought that up earlier. Like, is it technically illegal?
Yes,
it is technically illegal. Yes,
well,
it's written in the rule book. Like, technically, if he wasn't getting paid by the school, they might have an out.
Yeah,
but since he's on staff, if they could prove that it's him, then I don't think they could prove it's him. By the way,
no, I mean, I think you just have to hold everybody accountable, right? Like it's you either get. I mean, you think about it, like Ohio State, you lost your head coach. And the program got suspended from a national championship play for multiple years because kids were trading in championship apparel that they won and were given for tattoos. What do you think is worse? Right? That shit wouldn't even be a problem with NIL deals. But you're telling me you fired Jim Tressel, who won a national championship, and literally suspended them. That's how we got Urban Meyer through that process. The first year we were eligible to play for a national championship, we won that motherfucker. And then you like, that's like they earned a Big Ten championship hoodie and traded it for fucking a tattoo. So somebody's walking around and being like, this is Terrell Pryor's hoodie. You know? Like, it's just versus the idea of like, dudes out there going to buying 4 different people 11 games, tickets to 11 football games, and directly recording the sideline with an iPhone. And somebody was like, does an iPhone record that well? Have you seen how well an iPhone captures video? Yeah. Like, it's pretty interesting, dude. I'm interested to see what happens. My hope is some suspensions are levied. I like that the NFL has come out and said that they won't save Harbaugh, right? A little different than the Cheat Carroll or Pete Carroll situation. But I do think the most glaring amount of data is the following. I've said it already, which is 6 seasons as a head coach. He was 49-22, 34-16 in the Big Ten. Implement the sign stealing, and you go to 33-3 with a 22-1 record in the Big Ten. Like, my counter to that is like, you took away Spygate, and how many more Super Bowls did we win along the way? You took away Deflategate, which was natural gas law, and how many more Super Bowls did my guy Tom Brady win along the way? What you gonna come out with now, huh? 7.
I mean, if you're this is hilarious. I think it's a funny situation. I think it's genius by them in honesty, and it's absolutely resolved by giving them speakers and technology and helmets.
Yeah, that's the stuff that blows my mind about college sports.
I don't
like
that's.
Yeah, and this is, Kenny, like, you bring up a good point. Like, shout out to the women's side of college sports who actually like evolve in their game, right? Like, when you look at like women's college basketball rules are far more comparable to the NBA than men's college basketball rules are.
Yep.
Like, so people wonder why quarterbacks struggle when they transition out of the NFL, because they haven't gone through somebody calling a 10-sentence play in their fucking ear and relaying it. It's not patty cake on the sideline, bruh. You know,
I agree. It would suit the athletes better as well, I think, is your point, and that they should look at that. It would make competition better.
That shit's weird.
It should be a no-brainer.
No-brainer. You want to know what's a no-brainer, Ken? Is me trying this a Bliss CBD, 50 milligram CBD here. Cran blood orange.
Ooh, blood orange.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of cool. Out of Bend. and I'm gonna pair this. I'm gonna pair this Kenny
Ooh,
with
what's that?
with the last Blockbuster koozie in Bend, Oregon.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, yeah. Shout out, a Bliss. Shout out to a Bliss. Oh, dude, they're on Pinehurst Road. I'd golf Pinehurst any day.
Go.
Ooh, I was golfing today, bro. It was wet out there.
Yeah, did you say that you played 36 holes?
So we played 2 shots on. There was nobody out there, so it's like, let's get our money's worth, bro.
All right.
Kenny,
dope.
we teed off and there was a group on 8, right? And then when we got to 9, another group teed off on 2.
Nice. Lots of
that
space.
that was the amount of people. I mean, it was just wet, dude. It was raining. I mean, you think like you're taking, you're clubbing up 2, right? Like,
Yeah,
shit gets stuck.
Yeah, that's
right.
Yeah.
Greens are, and that course is built differently. So the front 9, the greens are built with dirt, and the back 9, the greens are sandy. So the irrigation on the back 9 is like way better than the front 9. So like the speeds and the pace are way better because it's the sand. It's able to kind of go through. The water's able to seep a little better than dirt, like the dirt greens. So they need to, but shout out to Cross Creek, man. They handle it. A couple old dudes out there just running a golf course, living a dream.
Shout out.
Oh,
Shout out to the Kona Big Wave that I just spilled all over myself.
Oh, so nice.
Glad I smell like a delicious beer.
Yeah, the Big Wave. Big Wave. Your Browns gear
Ken.
is so cool.
I leveled up.
Hoodie.
Yeah, thanks, man. It's got the brownie, and then in the back, it's got the.
Oh, dark brown. You know what's like? That's the one thing I envy is like, you guys have all these different You got like fucking 96 different logos, bro. Like, you're like the Oregon Ducks of the National Football League at this round. Like, you just got all this stuff.
The NFL regulates it. You only get 3 unis. I will say, before we go any further there, when they wear the all whites, I love it. The white helmet with the orange stripe on the white on white. It was like, I love that. Too bad we got just kicked that one time on it. But
seeing the Oilers uniforms,
yeah,
the other week, the old school Dolphins uniforms were sick.
Yes.
I mean, like the Dolphin with that football helmet on its head is such a fucking
classic.
It's so dope.
Finkel.
I just like the Bengal white, the Bengal white tie.
It's cool.
Dude, that shit's sick.
It's cool. It's fresh with the black stripes. It's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we got some options in Cleveland. It's cool. I mean, the dog pound thing didn't come out until like the 80s, right? That was like our defense at the time was the dog pound, because the couple of the corners started barking at each other, like you do when you play in, and the fans in that section were like, oh. So it became, and it caught on like really quick. And so now you get the dog logo.
Yeah, I like that hat.
And we have a dog mascot, Chomps. There's a live one, and a
you guys
guy in a suit.
Guitar.
We break the guitar because the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame's in Cleveland. I think that's a really cool thing that we started doing, and I love seeing people like suck at it.
Yeah, I like that.
They're so bad.
Same with the Vikings. They do like a big skull blow, like a Viking blowhorn before the game, and like that's watching people like try to do that.
Right. But isn't that a cool
like
tradition?
It makes its own sound. Yeah, I mean, like some of them. I think New England, we do like a bell.
Liberty
like,
Bell.
Yeah,
and you guys got the Patriot. I think that's
Philly,
cool.
So, yeah, we got Pat. He's got Flying Elvis.
He does cool things. You guys got those cool Reds.
No, I'm not denying. I mean, I got the red Mac Jones jersey.
Yeah.
Shout out to my guy Mac.
Did you get the jersey assurance?
Man, people gotta just chill. It's so like, listen, all right, trust me. I know we haven't talked about this one time since life's a little different right now.
It
Okay.
is. It is. I know
And
this struggle is real, dude. I know it's been
well,
bad.
the funny thing to me is I heard this great expression was if you listen to the fans, you'll be sitting with them, right?
I
Like
love that.
Dick Vermeil. I think that's a Dick Vermeil quote.
I love that. That's great.
And here I am a fan, right? And like, don't get me wrong. Like, does Bill Belichick piss me off sometimes? Yeah. But who's better than Bill Belichick? Who
Nobody.
you hiring that's better than Bill Belichick?
Nobody.
Right? Nobody.
He's a goat. He's a goat.
Washington Commanders might trade for Bill Belichick. And then as everybody's yelling
silly.
about firing Bill Belichick, what quietly gets leaked? Oh, this offseason he had his contract renewed and extended. Like, listen, right? Like,
his job is not dependent on this season.
no. Like,
He's not in a hot seat.
We're not tanking for fucking Caleb Williams, who's probably gonna just be We're not tanking for Drake May and all these other quarterbacks. Like, no.
Nah.
Right? Like,
Nah.
look at Will Levis is slinging that thing. That
Right.
dude. Titans guy, Kentucky,
Yeah.
right? Lexington, Hello.
The Nucky
What we
dude.
doing? Yo.
Yeah. He looks
Slanging
sharp.
that.
He looks sharp.
He's
He
like
looks
Papa
cheap,
John
too. A lot
might
cheaper
be in
than
Louisville.
$230 million.
Yo, Brock Purdy. People are like, "Oh, Brock Purdy."
$895,000 getting paid this year.
Getting paid.
$895,000. That's
And-
great.
and-
I mean, that's a really
Yeah.
good salary. Like, but
And
you
like-
know, what's Debo make?
I don't know. Lots. But
Lots.
my other question is
22
too. It's
million.
like, are all these teams going to stop giving them all your best players? What did everybody just give San Francisco their best players? Like Carolina, let's give you Christian McCaffrey. Okay. Oh, the Washington Commanders, we'll just give them Chase Young. We'll just pair Chase Young and Nick. And is it Nick
Yeah.
Bosa or Joey Bosa? Which
Joey.
one's it? One of the Bosas?
Nick.
Right?
It's Nick.
Like-
Joey's in LA.
What are we doing? Well, stop giving them
Right.
your best players.
Right.
Like,
I completely agree.
but New England's
it's-
about to win like their next 3 games, and they won't win another.
Yeah,
game
and they're
this
not.
year.
I love Bill. Bill's downplaying
5-11,
it
baby.
the right way. Like, it's not a thing. Like, everybody chill. He's not playing. They're not playing good, and he doesn't shy away from that. He's obviously not thrilled about that.
Yeah, dude. What do you do?
But
I think I was watching a game
I
the
like-
other day.
yeah,
The three penalties called on the first drive, 2 penalties to finish the game. You ain't beating nobody.
no, and poor Bill. He's gonna have a heart attack. Jeez. I like
And he's going
the. I
through a
mean,
breakup.
right? He's struggling
Yeah.
personally. His team sucks. His life sucks.
He's gotten broken up by Tom Brady and his girlfriend.
Right. Things are not the same as they were 5 years ago for him.
No,
Life has definitely changed.
massively different.
But he'll get a couple of good draft picks probably. And just like Popovich got Wembanyama,
Yeah.
there'll be a
Yeah.
whole other story in a year. And
That
people will
dude's
be like,
insane.
he really is the GOAT. It was
Yeah.
him the whole time. It wasn't Brady why they won all those championships. That's what everybody's
Dude,
like.
it's-
It's definitely Brady now. We can tell. Really? You can
Yeah.
tell? Like, it was
Like, how
definitely
funny
Tom.
would that be? Like,
So-
like Tom, like, let's just say Tom's got a 7, right? And Bill goes through 2 more seasons of rebuilds, and we sneak one in, right? But
he gets
something like works, right? Because that's how Tom worked, right? Like, we snuck one in against the greatest show on turf, right?
Right.
Like, we're like, oh fuck,
shouldn't have
next
won.
year didn't make the playoffs, right?
Right.
But we snuck that one in, and then the next season it was like, oh fuck, okay.
Once you
defense.
sneak it in, you're good to go. You know,
Once you
can.
sneak it in, you got the juice, you got the flavor saves. You know,
You're
like
like-
you salivate.
Yeah, you're like, oh, that's really all you have to do to win.
Let's say you just got to get past.
Why
this
didn't we
hump,
just do that
right?
before?
Right? Like, and then Bill sneaks like Bill writes off and he does another just this is again hypothetical, right?
Of
Does
course.
another like
Insider
three,
knowledge.
does another like back to back or like 3 and 4 years type of deal,
Mhm.
right? Like something like that, right? So then he's coached a team and he's the only coach at this rate at this time, possibly if like Pat Mahomes doesn't do it or
He
something.
definitely
like
passes Don Shula and is the winningest coach of all time.
Like he like breaks
the guy who got him in the NFL.
Yeah, like somehow Pat Mahomes and Travis Kelce become New England Patriots, and we win all the Super Bowls. And Taylor Swift's at our games. Okay,
Right.
somehow,
Right.
That's a little nuts too. We got to chill, NFL. Yeah. I mean,
over under. Ooh, over under. Double over under.
What we've been doing lately, Kim? What have we been doing?
Gambling. I can only do pick'em fantasies in Utah, but it is legal here to do it, and it is technically gambling. And I'm struggling to understand the difference between picking on a player's stats and guessing the outcomes of games. Why? Just let me gamble that way.
Yeah, like
come on.
Well, we can't gamble on college sports here, which let me tell you is obnoxious because Daddy wants in on that action. You know what I'm saying?
There's so much. There's so much action.
My favorite thing to do right now on DraftKings is to create the craziest over-under parlays where I could put 50 cents on it and I make $150,000.
That's the way. You sent me one of those the other day. Did it hit?
Nah. we be having this in real life. I'd be like, Kenny, we going to Turks and Caicos, brother. You got your passport?
No, I don't. They're digital now too, and they have like biometrics and things now or something.
Oh, they doing. I just got it's like a full pamphlet book thing. Open it.
I sent you one the other night that I did on Underdogs, friend of the show, sponsor of the program. That they should sponsor us because we spent so much money on it.
Shout out! You can also if you download Underdog Sports code Peacock, you get $10
in cock.
It's different. $10 of free bets, baby.
To celebrate the sport equinox, I did the Utah version of a parlay and just picked the higher lower stats through all the sports that you can, and that was a good time. That should just be legal. You should be able to do that, just like you should have a speaker in your helmet in college.
Here you go, dude. I got one for you. Ready? This is my parlay tomorrow. All right,
tomorrow
and you
Sunday parlay.
I got 15 picks here, and just let me know, and I'll tell you the odds. Okay, ready?
Picks.
I need a Taysom Hill anytime touchdown.
Okay.
Jerome Ford anytime touchdown. Bijan Robinson anytime touchdown.
Okay.
Ramondre Stevenson anytime touchdown. Jonathan Taylor anytime touchdown. Devontae Adams anytime touchdown. Keenan Allen anytime touchdown. I need Kelsey and Tyreek Hill in the morning game. I need Mark Andrews and Jackson Smith-Njigba. And then
rookie for the Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, OH. I'm gonna need AJ Brown and CeeDee Lamb and Stephon Diggs and Jamar Chase. If I hit that, right? If all of those hit, and I put $1 on this, America, all right, your boy makes $141K. Muted.
We play in Pine Valley, dude.
Bro.
Pine Meadow? What was it?
Bro, I'll be like, yo.
Pine Street? Where was the beer from?
Pinehurst?
Pinehurst. Yes, I was muted because I had to fart.
Ooh, get a fart in. I got a couple dollar bets that might pay out pretty fat, dude. It's just fun. You just never know. Now, don't get me wrong. I do a lot to like replenish the pot. right? Like, like some low hanging fruit ones. Plus DraftKings always does like no sweat bets, which are awesome, where they're like,
Nice.
whatever you bet, you just get it back.
Right.
But
And that's kind of cool. That's like not even betting. Underdog
yeah,
does insurance this year. You can insure it where like if you get 4 out of 5 right, you still make more than you get bet, but you don't have to get it all. That's kind
DraftKings
of cool.
called those round robins.
Nice.
Yeah. And then what's it called? Tomorrow you got the tomorrow's reward is if you do a live bet during the Miami Chiefs game in the morning in my mother country, the country I grew up the first 4 years of my life in Germany.
Right.
You get a free $10 bonus bet. So, and when you get the bonus bet, you don't get the $10. You just get whatever you win. Like, if that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Like
you
they
get the
just
free
add
bet.
$10.
They just
Or
give
they
you a
give you
free
your
$10
money back?
bet. They give you whatever you win minus the 10. Like, so you get a free bet. Like you get a free $10 bet on DraftKings, but you don't get that $10 when you win. You just get whatever you earned.
Right.
Minus
the 10. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
They keep in their tenny. You can't have it.
They keep that. I like it, dude. So far, so good, man.
It's fun. I enjoy the fuck out of it. I like it as well.
Bruh.
NBA is fun. I'm glad NBA is back. When
NBA
golf
super
picks
fun.
up is my favorite. I love betting on golfers. It's
I need to
stuff
get on
you
that.
watch. It's a lot of fun. Underdog is fun because most of them is just higher or lower stroke totals. And so, they set them at like 68 and a half. Like, does he shoot 3 under? That's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But gambling is dangerous, and
Yes.
if you don't get it right, you lose the money, and it's real money because you put the money there, and then it's gone, and you don't get it back. But I limit it.
Yeah.
I
You got to
only
create
pay
rules.
$5, $1 bets usually.
I like one.
And I try to do pick fives, which is like a 20 times multiplier. I like to try to win $100 because that covers what I've like ever put in there, and then you just keep building or whatever.
Yeah,
I enjoy it. It's a good time.
Yeah, I won $21 last night on Nikola Jokic, just giving me the business, bro. Over under on rebounds, over under on assists, over under on points. He's giving that Denver money line.
He's giving everybody the business right now,
bro. Yo, I mean, you got the NBA in season tournament, like you said. I like right now. Sports is awesome because like
it's amazing.
From like an over under perspective, you get all the options right now.
Yeah,
like,
do it. Like, I had golf, NBA, and NFL on Thursday. It was awesome.
Yeah,
that was my 3-sport. It kind of like limits you a little bit. I couldn't go further than that. I tried to get hockey in there. I don't know anything about hockey.
Yeah, I can't figure that out.
But I couldn't get it more in there. So
yeah.
Underdog, you can also, if you're not like, a football guy or whatever, like we are, they also you can they have racing, F1 racing. They also
that's cool.
You can also do fantasy sports on esports as well. And I got to tell you, I've played it because I was curious, and I put money on, and I just guessed, and I lost. And all that money is gone.
Does it give you like?
I didn't even know how to follow the action. I couldn't even find the action.
Like I don't know what.
Got to have some sort of thing.
Do they give you player
stats
or
to Twitch or whatever? Yeah. They
so
give you
you
like
can
the
make
last
an
3
educated
matches
decision
or whatever.
Okay.
You can like check like, did they do this before? Did they reach
Yeah.
this total before? Or did they win before? So
that makes sense. I like that. Yeah, I'm a big fan. It's been fun, but I do agree. People, gambling addiction is a big thing in the world. Okay, I'm not out here trying to win my life savings, but I have no problem putting $1 on a crazy ass parlay, and maybe, just maybe, by the grace of whatever higher power there is in the universe. So you know what, Trace? Hey, you're gonna get 144K out of this bitch. Congratulations.
It makes it
I
fun.
mean,
It makes it fun.
yeah.
You're following the sports anyways. You're watching them.
I'm already watching.
It adds a little bit of like spunk, especially on the fantasy pick'ems, because then you get to choose players. And like I've never been more excited for Kirk Cousins to throw 2 touchdowns ever. You know what I mean?
Dude.
Like because he's in my 5 picks or whatever.
Yeah.
Or they added defenders this year in Underdog, which is dope. And so I've been placing defense bets, and I always bet a kicker bet every Sunday. I go through all the team's kickers and I bet on kickers. I always do a pick 5 kickers. It's my favorite.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I love that. Yeah,
Pick
like
your
the
5
nice part
kickers.
about
because who knows?
Can you do live game bets too? Like
They did
on
add
live
that as
over
well.
unders.
They update them and stuff, and you can go in and do them. Yeah,
I like doing like first touchdowns or who's going to score on this drive.
See, that's
or
like
what the
real
outcome of this
gambling.
play is going to be.
They
like,
don't give you any of that.
That can get real fun.
That. Yeah,
like because you can go as low as 10 cents on
Yeah.
DraftKings. So like, you know, it's kind of like I think I got a 10-cent bet on something that's outlandish that could pay $53. And you're like,
Nice.
oh, that ain't bad, dude. I just
That
put
ain't
10
bad.
cents on this shit.
I just threw a dime down, dog.
Dude,
I lose
pennies.
I throw dimes away, like in the trash sometimes.
Right?
Like,
Like,
I don't give a fuck about 10 cents.
I'm going to go downstairs. I could probably search on my couch for 10 minutes and I get 10 cents. All right?
But
I'm
if I
just not
could
worried about it.
get lucky and turn 10 cents into $53, we going to Chipotle.
Chipotle. We're going to Dave and Buster's. Probably not.
Burrito
Still
prices is high right now.
Bro, everything's high right now. Everything's high.
You're high right now.
I mean, I feel pretty all right.
Inflation's real, dude. Inflation is real. I feel inflated.
We did that last night. We went to like the grocery store and we were just like, yeah, it don't matter what grocery store you go to. It's all expensive. It's
okay, dude.
I feel bad for like people like my grandfather, right? Like you retired back in like the 90s, right? Like, and the world was at a certain price point.
Right.
You never once in your life envisioned that like when you retired 30 years later, 20 years later, it would be
normal people will buy houses
$5.
for $500,000.
Yeah. Yeah. Like you're like, what do you never envision that? Like, like we won't even get like what is Social Security gonna be like for us? Like that shit ain't gonna be nothing. It's gonna be pennies. It's gonna be dust.
It's gonna be a shop knife.
Yeah. You're gonna get some free milk delivered to your doorstep.
Yeah. You ain't even get milk. Milk's expensive, dude. Fuck eggs. Don't even ask.
Dude, it's crazy though. It blows my mind, man. Like everything does. Like I'm telling you this. I went to the store the other day and I saw this. It was and I wasn't buying it. I just saw it because it struck my eyes because it was like, man, that's $1. Right? It was a $9 product that clearly was just brand new on the shelf. And they had a coupon, digital coupon you could use one time to make a $10 product dollar for that one time, right? Like the shelf was full of it, right? Like you can just tell, hey, we're gonna mark it all down. We'll take this loss. Let's market it.
You'll like it.
Units.
Next time you come back, you'll pay the $10.
And it was like
that profit margin probably levels out. They probably calculated for that.
Yeah, that's probably in their marketing budget. And what they don't have in advertising, they're leveraging through loss margin, right? And so it was like a fake meat that could be like a cheesesteak, like you know, like the steak-um patties.
Yeah.
Like it was kind of like that, but fake meat, right? Like I just saw it, I was like, oh, fucking $1. And I was just like, nothing costs $1 anymore, man. It's like it's now called the value menu. It used to be called the dollar. I remember we used to go, you could just spend $5 at Wendy's and you'd have a smorgasbord. Right. Now you get like 2 6-piece nuggets.
Right. They got the biggie bag. You can still get down with $5 at Wendy's.
yo, you used to get
It's like,
down on $5 at
yeah,
Wendy's.
you're right. You're right. $5 would get you down at Wendy's. That's for sure.
Like, you go couple double stacks,
Double
couple
stacks.
6-piece nuggets, couple
Nugs.
bowl of chili. I know people are probably
Bowl
right now going like,
chili.
ooh, bowl of chili from Wendy's. Don't sleep. Them fingers aren't in every bowl. You know what I mean?
It's true. 1 out of 10 doesn't have fingers.
Yeah. I mean, I stick my finger in it. Mm.
Oh, you shouldn't say that, but it's okay. No one's listening. Just like no one was watching the World Series when it recently happened.
Yeah, I did not watch a single
Nobody
minute.
did, and it broke the record. It was the lowest rated World Series to ever be played. What is baseball gonna
Really?
do, dude? Yeah, it broke the 2020 World Series, which was an average of 9.8 throughout all the 9.8 million viewers throughout all the games. This World Series averaged 9.1 viewers.
It's
Whew.
just not a
Ooh.
fun
Whew.
like one unless your fan base is big, right? Like here's the idea. Like, do you know one? I was thinking about this the other day. I was like, oh, good for the Texas Rangers. Do you know one Texas Ranger fan?
No.
I can't think. I've been thinking about that for like a couple of days. I was like, I don't know one Texas Ranger
Nah,
fan.
I mean, I know a lot of Yankee fans. Like you could tell me if you told me there was other teams in baseball, I'd be like, oh shit, really? I thought it was like just
Dodger
the Yankees.
fans,
Oh right, there's just those two teams, right?
Angels, right? Like Astro.
I'm
Like you just
I'm
think
being
of
stupid, obviously, but
yeah,
like there's not.
if you don't have a good fan base, you know, I just think like who's fucking watching the Texas Rangers that don't live in Texas?
Nobody.
Huh.
Nobody.
And the
I love it.
Diamondbacks?
Yeah, 80 win teams winning the World Series. That's awesome. I love it.
Yeah. Dude, I think baseball just needs a nice some rule changes. Because it's just too long and it's only really fun if you're there. And
I just
like
cut the season in half, and I think it solves all your issues.
yeah, like get rid of 82 of the bitches.
Mm-hmm. Just play
You
less,
know?
and the players will be like, "Yeah, hell yeah, we don't have to play back to backs." Why do they
Yeah.
do that? I mean, I know
I don't
baseball's not
know.
like really hard, but like it's still an athletic thing running, and you still do the pitchers, especially like they still have to pitch a game, and they play two of them in a fucking day still. Like, could you imagine an NBA player playing 2 games in a day? They don't even
No.
play back to backs in NBA anymore, day to
I think
day.
the
No, I mean, and the
NBA did
stars, the teams do, but like
yeah.
you'll get like people sitting out the next one.
Well, now
You
they
know.
got rules against that.
Right, yeah.
Right? Like no
'Cause
two
that's the
super
best.
you can't sit two superstars in the same night.
Superstars.
Yeah. I wonder how many people on the team get that, right? But I do think that Major League Baseball could take off like what NBA just did with the in-season tournament. I think that's a cool
Yep.
concept.
Yep.
Like here's a tournament where every game except the championship game counts towards your regular season total of 82 games, and then you get these badass fucking courts everywhere.
Those were cool. Yeah.
Those courts are sick, dude.
It looked like watching like World League basketball or some shit.
Yeah, it's crazy, dude.
It's
Like
kind
I
of
was
funny.
like, the Warriors were playing on like a blue court. I was like, man, I
Yeah.
wonder if that like trips them like
Oh yeah,
you're so used to the
Weird.
same colors, you know.
Right.
But yeah, I do think that there's baseball could learn from Savannah bananas, and then
Right.
adopt some different things. Like you say, cut the season or like create an in-season tournament, create more excitement. It's just
Right.
I can always wonder how they get all
before
this
football
money.
starts. Be done before football
Yeah.
starts.
Yeah. You don't have the league to roll over into the NFL anymore.
No, you need to be done in August.
Yeah.
Right
I
as
agree.
preseason ends, there's that like
Yeah.
2-week gap before the season starts. That's when the World Series should be.
Because preseason's horrible.
Yeah,
Like-
nobody watches it, but you have to have it. So that's
Yeah.
fine. So and so that could be your playoffs. That 2 or 3 weeks preseason football.
Mhm.
You're talking like September
Yeah.
is playoff baseball now, and then August is playoff baseball now, and then your World Series is end of August, 1st of September,
Yeah, I agree.
and then
Because
bam,
the Little League ain't in October.
basketball's
in
not
September.
on, hockey's
Yeah.
not on.
You
You
get
would
your
rule
own
it.
pocket.
You would
You
run.
get
You
your
would
own
compete
pocket.
with golf.
Yeah. Yeah.
It'd be a tough choice. That's what I would do.
I mean, for
I
us,
would look at scheduling at less games, and
like the last game of the World Series should be the day before that Wednesday, and Thursday night football's the next day.
And when was the last time you saw anybody in the major leagues in any sort of prominent commercial or advertising or promo spot, or like LeBron has a shop on the football games where they do a Manning cast on the Thursday night game on Amazon. I saw the other day. I don't think they do it all the time, but they did that. And like, so here's an NBA guy, and they like brought him into the thing for a little bit in the pregame and chatted with LeBron and his dudes at the barbershop. So I'm just like, baseball's not anywhere. Like, you got to get some inner marketing going. You got to put your guys.
But then they
out
paying these guys $500
$400 million.
Like, where do you get this money from?
Right, and that's what I'm saying. It's like,
from baseball hats, from lids,
memorabilia, from cards, dude, from Tops.
eBay.
Tops is that much? Tops.
Upper Deck.
Upper Deck Panini.
Speaking of, bro, paninis and sun setting off, into the distance. I'm gonna capstone with this nice Zentopia. Right now,
ooh, wait,
for the
show that again.
listeners,
Show that again to our audience listening on Peacock, streaming live.
If you're trying to do a count, we're 75 in. By the way, I've already had a couple of these. I've been taste testing all evening ever since I found so many.
CBD doesn't
local Roths
have the same effects. It's cool.
No, it doesn't, but it's very relaxing. But I got this Zentopia Huckleberry Lemonade, Ken. This one's out of Eugene. Shout out.
Like out of him. Like it was brewed. The city, Oregon.
Yeah, Eugene. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna give you a hint. What's it called? Sorry.
Zentopia Chill. They also have an energy one that's made with yerba mate.
Ooh, I love yerba mate. I drink it every day. It's my tea. But I drink that macaque, whatever. Guyaki is the brand. It's delicious. Enlightenment is the flavor I like. Enlightened. I'm gonna give you a hint. Minty. It is. It's great. I'm gonna give you a hint on what my beer is. Okay, you ready?
Okay. Oh, it's gotta be a Kona Big Wave.
You got it. You nailed it.
Nailed it. Look at Ken.
You got it.
Ken was just standing in the back like Tyler Woodison, just waving.
Yeah.
Dude, you look so gangster. That hair's all long. It's
thuggish.
Look dope with the backwards cap.
I need to get it braided or something. No, I'm gonna cut it. It's got to go. I'm done. I'm done with it. I think it's long enough to donate. I just got to find somebody. The only person I found that would do like wigs for kids cut donations is like in Layton. I ain't going to Layton. I gotta find it. Like, I gotta like try to get somebody to do it. Like, cause I gotta ask somebody at like a Great Clips or like a goat haircut to like braid my hair and then cut it. Like, I don't know if I can do that unless I throw a hundo down or something to be like, yo, braid my hair. And then
most people, I feel like I did.
I couldn't find I went on several different places, websites to find partners who do that. And there's like 2 in Utah and they're too far away.
I think I went to a men's barbershop where it
braid my hair.
A women. It was a woman who did it, and I called. Or Devery helped me find her, and
I couldn't find it.
Called and was like, because I was like, hey, I have extremely long hair, trying to donate it. And then like also try to keep it long. Like, and I mean, it was pretty short, you know. I mean, it was like above, like barely below my neck when I got it cut. So, but yeah, make sure you straighten your hair too before you go, just so you get it like all the length.
So
You
yeah,
know,
I'll do straight.
have
Like
Michelle
with
do
a hair
that for you.
straightener.
Yeah,
Oh man, I lived through the 2000s. I know how to use a hair straightener.
I mean, sure, bro. I wasn't straightening my hair in the 2000s, you know.
But did your hair even straighten when you tried? Because yes, you
Like
did.
when they did the long hair, when she did it with my hair long.
I bet it did work pretty good there.
Yeah, it was like it looked weird because I have like the natural wave in my hair, you know. So it was like it just looked weird.
Is it a big wave?
It's a big wave. Yeah, I mean I got big hair, bro. Got big hair. Put it in a hat. That's what I do these days.
Can I ask you a personal question?
Yeah, what's up?
What do you do with your bun when you wear a hat?
What do you mean? What do I do? Oh yeah.
Like
Yeah, because we talked about this a smidge, and because I noticed you bun differently. I bun through the hat,
through the hat hole.
so through the hat hole.
You
Yeah,
stick your
the
bun through
hole.
the hat hole. The hat hole.
I stick it through a bun hole
That's a
in
bun
the
hole.
hat.
Shout out Michelle.
What I like to do, it's kind of a multi-process. So I get a little long-winded ponytail, right? Just classic pony.
Classic pony.
Yeah, classic pony.
So like if you put your hand on the back of your head, like pinky on top of your head, like thumb at the bottom of your neck, which finger is your ponytail on? Like the base. Like where's it at? Where's it at on your head?
Like right now,
like in general,
it's probably like middle finger.
Middle finger. So a little higher, maybe.
A little higher.
Lower. A little higher.
Little like it's kind of like how it's.
Oh, well, it's got to be to get through the hat hole, right?
Yeah, like it's kind of like perfectly aligned
above the ears.
Yes.
It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell. All right,
it is.
It's so like, you got a ponytail, you flip it through the hole, and then then you do it up. So that's the trick.
Yeah.
If you're out there struggling with the hat and bun combo out there, it's the ponytail through the hole and then bun. A lot of you out there
sometimes you need two hair ties
and then feed it through the hole, and you're like, God, my bun keeps getting fucked up. I can't feed it through the hole. You got a ponytail first, then bun.
Yeah, you got a ponytail. Secure the pony in the hat hole, and then go through the whole bun process.
The whole.
But sometimes
3-wrapper, 2-wrap.
It depends on stretchiness of band.
Right, you got to get that tension. You're looking for that desired tension.
Do you do like a circle? Do you circle your hair?
No, not usually.
So like what I do is like I create like a small bun, and then I take my hair and I circle it around and then tuck it back into the hair tie.
Nice.
Nice. So it creates like a thing.
Like a little like legitimate bun, like a cinnamon roll on the top of your head.
Yeah, I think it
there it is. Look at it. Look, frosting and all, man. That's big.
Straight up.
Cinnabon through the hat hole. And see, I just diverted it. Like early in the hair days, it kind of just happened, and I just go underneath the hat. It's a low ponytail. It's a thumb. Yeah. It's a thumb on that same scale.
Yeah, no.
Like my ponytail's on the
alleviates a lot of tension.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm not sure, but I just kind of stick it underneath there, and it just kind of chills. And I don't ever do anything more. Sometimes it like sticks out a lot, and I like that. Like I'm a mess, and sometimes it's nice and neat, and I kind of keep it in there, and I can like put it in a hood if I wanted to. Oh, and sometimes I'm like chilling like this at work, and they're like, "Did you get a haircut?" And I'm like, "No, man, I ain't getting no fucking haircut. Look at this shit."
I like that you say that to your coworkers.
Fuck you, bitch! I can cut my hair.
Mind your motherfucking business.
You know all that matters is numbers.
Just gotta slang that solar. Yeah, dude, I'm with you though. Like I think you know, I get kind of where, you know, I want to make it look. I'm with you, you know, like you. I got long hair, but I don't want to look like a person, like a crazy
Hippie. Just
person.
say it.
Yeah,
Hippity dippity.
I want you to look at me and be
You
like,
fucking long
does
hair.
he? I'm not really sure. He might. He probably does.
Right. Right.
That's kind of I
Right.
want you to think, you know,
Same. Yeah.
like you know, yeah, that'd be one day. I don't know, maybe. I don't know. I mean, the bun is nice,
It's
dude.
not
Shout out to all you
mine.
bun
Mine is
wearers.
not out a lot, especially at work. It's usually just tied up neatly in the back, and I'm just
Yeah.
like fucking Solar Samurai or some shit. I
Do you
guess I don't
rock
know.
the long hair hat combo at work at all?
Nah. I just kind of no. I
Have
don't.
you have
I
you
don't really
tried
wear a hat.
golfing with your hair down? Have you golfed with your hair down?
Yeah, it's not ideal. A lot of in the
Yeah.
mouth and face area, and sometimes like when I address the ball, it like hangs and like blocks my view of the ball, and I'm like, well, this is stupid. Why would I do that? Let's just
Yeah.
tie it up. It's stupid. I'm gonna cut
No,
it.
that
I'm gonna
makes sense.
donate it. I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna go
I
back to
like
short
that.
hair. It's time. But I've had it 3 years. You had it 4. You were saying
Yeah.
4-ish, over
So
4.
when
I'm
I
sure it's over 4.
donated, I had 2019 and I donated last September. So 2019, 2021, 22.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
4
haven't had
years.
a haircut since the pandemic, and that's basically why it's long. And since it's long, I might as well be a hair farmer and donate the crop.
Give it to the
Like I want
kids.
to give it to the kids, right? I want to help. I
Yeah.
mean, that's a real thing that people have to deal with, and I don't know if they want my hair. To be honest, I kind of expect them to be like, "Thanks" and stuff,
I think they're more open
but
to it now. Like, because I've heard
I
that,
don't know.
like, they now take dyed hair, they take gray hair. Like, I think one thing I learned through the process was like I always thought, and this is like an ignorant view, just because you know you only know what you know. But like
Word,
I always
word,
like tied it to like cancer, right? Like wigs
right?
for kids that have
It's
kids, but
cancer.
like
Yeah,
there's like all these other different
alopecia.
hair
Like some people
loss.
just can't grow hair.
Yeah, like
Burn
and so like
victims can't
there's
grow it back.
yeah, like there's just a massive amount of reasoning behind by like where like the hair doesn't outpace the volume of need. So I
Right.
think as time has gone, more of these organizations are like, hey, we'll be a little bit more liberal. We need hair, dude. Like people want it, they need it.
And all
Like,
sorts of people need hair, so we need all sorts of
yeah,
hair.
yeah,
And
because it's
they'll
like if
probably
you're
just make a
old,
Ken wig, and somebody's gonna walk in and be like, "That looks like my old hair," or something.
yeah,
I want
yeah,
that, and it's like my hair. And even though I'm like, because it's not healthy, I've never had a haircut, so like I got the ends, like I think they call it like the split ends. I don't know what
yeah.
that means. I mean,
I
it's
don't know
not.
what it means
I
either.
try to feed it and keep it clean and shit or whatever, but like I have way too many products on the counter, and I just tie it up. It's always in my mouth, and I'm annoyed at it. And
Why are you chewing on your hair,
it's not on
bro?
purpose. It's just, why is my mouth always open? I don't fucking know. That's what I'm always saying. Like, why is your fucking mouth open? Why is
Close your
this
damn
even a
mouth, Ken.
problem? Just put a
Close
speaker
your
in the
damn mouth.
helmet, and then they won't cheat. I'm just gonna cut the
Oh,
hair, dude.
I like how this return back. You just came full circle. Came
Just
full
saying.
circle.
Just
Right there.
saying.
Shit, I
Just
was
saying.
gonna ask you. Oh,
There's
there it is.
there's part of the Taoist philosophy. Half of the book of the Tao Te Ching is about nature and your relationship to it, and then the other half is kind of like leaders, kings, politicians, people in charge of large groups of people. And there's a lot of advice, but some of the best advice is like, if you make a law, that law will be broken. And so I just think they should have gotten way ahead of this cheating thing. This should never have been a problem. They should give them technology.
Yeah.
So anyways,
And they should fire everybody at Michigan. But you know what,
um,
everybody?
I don't think they should punish them, honestly.
Oh, I think you got to lay the hammer down, bro. Draft picks, baby. Draft
Khakis.
picks.
Kick Harbaugh in his khakis and get him out of Michigan. Send him to Chicago, back where he belongs.
Bro, the NFL said they're not saving him. It'll be interesting to see what happens. But you know what, dude? It'll be exciting to see. I hope everybody's watching. I hope as you're watching football over the next couple of weeks, you're just reminding yourself, man, Michigan's really good, but are they honestly good? Or are they dishonest?
Well, homie's gone, so if they lose out, I think we have our answer.
Well, once you know the test scores, does it matter who gave you to who gave them to you?
You just think he's got the whole schedule ahead of them, got all the calls already turned in?
Well, like
Or do
I
you
would
think he
assume a lot of it's the same. It's like, like
That's interesting. I don't know.
yeah, I don't know, and I don't know. But we appreciate everybody for listening to this.
That's what we do.
Fresh episode.
Thanks, Mom.
We do know that. Yes. #1 podcast in Madagascar still for some reason. I don't know why. But shout out to the Madagascar.
Is that true? That can't be true. There's got to be a new one on top. Well, look
yeah, it says downloads 1, Ken.
That's what that means. #1. That's gold. That's great. Good night, folks. Thanks for joining us.
Shout out.
Thank you very much for joining us on this fresh episode of
Dos amigos charlando.